Hello and welcome back to the Italian Book Club. This is Getrude Matshe here in Wellington, New Zealand, and today I will be interviewing Dr. Michela Rosati, another amazing author who is based in Rome, Italy. Good evening, Michela.
Hello, Gertrude, and thank you so much for inviting me to this interview. It's an honor for me to be here with you today.
It's a pleasure for me because I had the honor of meeting you in person not so long ago while I was launching my book in Rome. But today the focus is on you, and I would love you just to tell our audience the title of your book and what inspired you to write it.
The book is called The Paper Cage: 7 Common Fears That Prevent Women from Happiness. And, well, basically, I was inspired by my work. I'm a psychotherapist, and I work with people who suffer from anxiety, depression, panic attack, or who struggle with problems in relationship, or they feel overwhelmed by their emotion like anger, fears, pain, So at the beginning of the therapy, they bring me this image of the cage. Because really, to describe their situation, they just say me that they feel like in a cage. They feel trapped, they feel stuck, they feel they can't move, or sometimes even that they can't even breathe. So for me, the image of the cage it's frequent in my work, and I wanted to use in the title because images are so powerful. They convey meaning faster than words sometimes. So
yes.
Yeah.
So I guess by using the phrase paper cage, there was a reason behind that as well. Can you explain that?
Yes, there was a reason. Paper cage, because the paper cage symbolizes in some way our mental limits. The limits are not real, but they affect us like they are real. So it's a paper cage, a cage made by paper of a light material, so you can easily get out of it. But if you don't know that it's a paper cage, you can think you can't escape. You can think that it is a strong cage, and finally you give up. And that's why, I decided to explore this cage a little bit more, because I don't want people to give up so easily. They can't escape from the cage, So.
Okay. So what would your readers get from the book? Are there any processes? Are there any case studies that they can read about that can help and empower them?
First of all, I think it's important to explore a little bit more these fears I'm talking about. For example, the fears of being alone, or the fears of not being good enough or beautiful enough. These are issues today for women, are not being, in control. For example, that it's too hard and too late to change your life sometimes. And so there are some stories in the book of some different women that cope with their fears in different ways. So for example, there is a story of a young woman that was so good in her work, was really well prepared, but she was used to receive positive feedbacks from the others, and when she had a job in a company in which they didn't give her, the colleagues and they didn't give her positive feedbacks, she started to feel not secure of herself, and so finally she had panic attack, and she decided she didn't deserve the role she got, you know.
Right.
Because
so your work encompasses not only people's personal relationships, it's their feelings, especially around work as well, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is about yourself and the relationship between yourself and your feelings and thoughts. Because the problem is not the fear. The problem is not that you have some problems. The problem is the way in which you look at that, you know, and the way in which you can, the relationship you have with your emotions. And
so it's really also about your perception of what is real, correct? Because a lot of times we can look at the same thing. You and I could be looking at the same object, and you will view it completely differently from the way that I would view it. So it is about shifting and changing people's perceptions about their environment and their condition, correct?
All right, perfect. Yes, and sometimes if we don't realize that these limitations are mental, are psychological, we can treat them like they are real and they can shape our life, you know.
Yes.
And we can be dominated by our thoughts and our emotions, unpleasant ones. And sometimes we make a choice, not because we want that choice, but because we want to escape from some bad feelings or some not good thought in our mind. So that can prevent us from happiness, to prevent us from a life that is satisfying and full and really good for us.
Yes.
So yes. I think that's the main message of my book.
Now, I know that your target market for this book is predominantly women. However, in the previous conversation that I had with you, I discovered that this is a book that could also help and empower men to better understand women. Am I correct?
Yes, because of course fear is something that belongs to every human being, and no matter if male or female, but women have a specific way in which they feel this emotion, and I think what is important, Gertrude, is that the message of the book is that we can look for help when we are stuck in a cage. To look for help is perfect, is fantastic. It only demonstrates you are on the ball, you are smart, you know, because we are not isolated. That's also the message you give with your book. And if you are so intelligent to understand that when you are stuck, you can do something, and you can't do it alone. Someone can help you in doing that. Sometimes we need a professional help. Sometimes we need just an inspiration, and sometimes books can be a fantastic inspiration for us. And we need also examples, because we live in a society which is full of, you know, violence, anxiety, and, you know, and we feel this uncertainty, and we need people like, for example, you. That's why I mentioned you and your story in my book, that demonstrates that we can do that. I did it, and you can do that, you know. So we need people that give this message and let our faith grow, you know, faith in our possibility to do it and to improve our life. So
that's incredible.
Sometimes reading a book, you can. I don't want to say that a book can completely change your life, but can be a, you know, it's like a push. It's like something that can enlighten you, like an insight. I mean.
Yes. So when is this book available? Because I am sure that is going to reach a lot of people globally. Is this available both in English and Italian, or just English?
But for us, for now, it's only in Italian, but maybe we will translate it in English soon. I don't know when, but it's a project. We will
so
do that.
Let's just go back and talk a little bit about you. Well, I know we focused a lot on the book. I just want to get a feel of your background and how you got involved in this field of psychology.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, about me, I've been studying psychology for about 20 years now, and so I'm also a psychotherapist. So I spent a lot of years in studying and my subject, and I work as a psychotherapist. So I am in the field all the day with my clients, and I'm very, passionate about my work, and it was an interest in the past, and now it's really a passion, because you can't do this work without passion, without a true interest in helping people, but also in know how to help people, because you have to be prepared in that.
It's a challenging job, though. It's a challenging job. How do you cope mentally and psychologically, waking up every single day and having to deal with other people's problems? I know that there must be something that you do to protect yourself from absorbing all of the sadness and the grief and the stress that you deal with on a daily basis. How do you manage that?
Well, we are trained about that. Well, during our we specialize ourselves, and during these years of studying, we do a lot of training about that. So we are prepared about that. But you are right; it's very challenging every day. So you have that's something that is for me too. I mean, I don't think you have to stay every day in a good mood, in a perfect, balanced psychological state to be a good psychotherapist or to be a good person in general. Sometimes you are upset, sometimes you have to manage it to, to feel your emotions and to not confuse your emotion with the emotion of the clients. So
yes.
It's very hard. You have to work on it every day. You start again and work on it every day.
So it's a daily thing. It's not, you can't become complacent and just walk in thinking you're going to be fine. It's something you have to constantly remind yourself to stay centered and focused.
Yeah, absolutely.
I suppose.
Absolutely. And you have to be not so secure of yourself. It's better to have some doubts than to be so secure of what you are doing. So better, to be calm and think well about what you are doing with people. And if you need time, it's better that you take
some time out. Yes. Okay, now because the book is in Italian, I would love you to say again the title of the book in Italian and tell our readers where they can buy the book. Is it online on your website? Is it on Amazon? How can they get access to the book?
Yes, I can show you the book. Here it is, the book. Maybe you can see. In Italian, we call it La gabbia di carta, 7 comuni paure che bloccano la felicità delle donne. And
I won't try to repeat that. My Italian is not that good yet.
No, it's not necessary. I did it for you. So, and you can find it everywhere online, because we will have also an ebook version of the book. And in shops, and in Italy you can find everywhere. And when we will translate it, I will give you more, information about that.
Okay. And I know that in October, the Italian Book Club is hosting a number of international authors. I myself are coming back again, and with authors from all over the world, and we would love to have you there at the book launch, launching your book with the Italian Book Club. The dates tentatively right now, I think, are the 18th of October, but once the exact dates are available, we will have that information on the Italian Book Club's website. So I'm really looking forward to reconnecting with you, to reading this amazing book. I think it's going to empower a lot of people around the world.
I hope so, because I wrote this book to empower people and to give a hope, to not give up, and that's why I wanted to talk with you also about my book. So thank you, Gertrude, very, very much.
Thank you so much, Michela. It was an honor being able to do this interview with you tonight. And good luck with the book launch. I know you say that it's out at the end of May, correct?
Yeah, yes, yes.
And do keep me posted and let me know how things are going.
Okay, thank you.